Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Roots of Biology. In my channel, I teach for 8th, 9th and 10th, both CBSE and ICSE syllabus. Please do watch my videos and like, share and subscribe because I am discussing here related to biology for students. It might be useful to them for studies. Please share as much as possible. In our previous video, I think I was discussing about the very important concept, right? So yeah, in our previous class, I was teaching for class 10th CBSE, that is chapter 6, life processes. Let us continue with the same lesson with few animated and real videos. Come, let us move on to the next slide now. In our previous class, I was explaining you about nutrition in plants. We already discussed in detail how nutrition will take place in plant or it will prepare their own food, right? We discussed that in detail. Please go through that video. You will come to know about that clearly. Now let us discuss about nutrition in animals. How nutrition occur in animals. So here I have taken example. The first one is the nutrition in amoeba. So amoeba, it does not have any specialized organ for nutrition like human beings. We have a digestive system, right? What about amoeba? Do they have any digestive system? No, right? So it does not have any specialized organ for nutrition. So whatever the entire process is carried through the body surface. So with the help of finger-like projection called pseudopodia. You can see here this finger-like projection, it is helpful to absorb the food. So nutrition amoeba occur through a process called phagocytosis. The nutrition which occur in amoeba, it is what we call as phagocytosis. What do you mean by phagocytosis? It is the process by which the food is captured or engulfed by the organism. So mode of nutrition in amoeba is known as holozoic nutrition. So it involves different steps like ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and digestion. Got it? Now let us discuss about this. What is holozoic? Holozoic is nothing but the process of taking in the food in the body either by swallowing or by absorbing it. That is what we call as holozoic nutrition. Now let us discuss about how this digestion occur in amoeba. The first process is ingestion. I already told you. It is a process in which what happen here. Ingestion is a process taking in the food either by swallowing or absorbing it. So here what after that what happen here? Amoeba pushes out the pseudopodia. So I told you, you can see a finger-like projection here. It pushes out the pseudopodia, it encircle the food and engulf it, or we can say it capture the food, forming a food vacuoles. Later, the next step is digestion. So how digestion occur in amoeba? The food vacuoles are transported deeper into the cell. Okay, and with the help of digestive enzymes, enzymes are very important to break down the food. Digestive enzymes, the large insoluble particles are broken down into simplest molecule. That is about digestion, which is followed by absorption. So what happens in absorption then? The nutrients from the digested food materials are absorbed into the cell. It is get absorbed into the cell or cell cytoplasm by leaving behind the undigested particles. It will eliminate the undigested particle. It will absorb whatever the food which is needed for that. So later what happened? The assimilation. So what is assimilation? It is the process of obtaining the energy from the absorbed food. Am I right? We also get more energy if we consume food. But like that, even amoeba, it will assimilate the food. It obtain energy by the absorbed food. That is what we call as assimilation, which is followed by the last process, digestion. So what happened here? It is a process of excretion of undigested food material. It has to eliminate from the body. That is what we call as digestion. This is how the nutrition which occur in amoeba. So amoeba is a unicellular species. It takes food by forming a finger-like projection called pseudopodia in the form of food vacuoles. Got it? Inside the food vacuoles, food is digested, which is absorbed, whichever the food which is not needed, or we can say undigested food, sent out through the surface of the cell. This is regarding nutrition in amoeba. In our next slide, I will show you a real video of amoeba. Come, let us move on to the next slide. Now have a look at this video. So amoeba, it has a pseudopodia. It captures the food by extending this pseudopodia, or I can say finger-like projection. So it absorbs this food and later the digestion occur, which is followed by absorption, assimilation as well as digestion. So see this video clearly. It's very interesting to see. Now let us discuss about nutrition in human beings. Do you ever think whatever the food we will consume, where it will go, how these solid foods get converted into simplified form? We never thought, right? We have a specialized system in our body. You already studied. That particular system is called digestive system. Got it? So we have a specialized system in our body. That particular system is called digestive system. So in our body, it consisting of alimentary canal, and we have a glands which produce enzymes which break down food into simpler as well as smaller molecules. So that's why alimentary canal is nothing but from mouth to anus. So this particular part, what we called as alimentary canal. What are the organs we have in our digestive system? Then we have a different organs. Let us discuss. The first one is mouth. Okay, the first part is mouth, which is followed by esophagus. We have stomach, we have small intestine, and we have large intestine and anus. These are the organs which is involved in digestion. So the main glands which is involved here is salivary glands, gastric glands, liver as well as pancreas and intestinal glands. These are the glands which is involved in this process. Do you want to see that? Yes, let us see now. So have a look at this picture. I told you where is mouth? Yeah, mouth is here, right? This is called mouth. It starts from here. This is what we call as alimentary canal. It starts from mouth and end with anus. The first part I told you is mouth, which is followed by pharynx. We have pharynx here, and we have esophagus, and we have another part called stomach, and we have liver is here, and we have a gallbladder in our body, and we have a large intestine, we have a pancreas, we have small intestine here, and we have a anus. These are the different organs of digestive system. So it is very important to understand, right? So what are the functions of this? Have a look at this picture. So this is what we call as, this is our large intestine, we have our stomach here, and we have a liver. Do you know that, right? Liver is the largest organ of our body. I hope you got it. We need to discuss now what are the functions of these parts, how it is helpful for digestion. Now let us discuss in our next slide. Now let us discuss how this digestion which has taken place in a body. That is, we have a different organs. I already told you, right? What are the different organs I told? Mouth we have esophagus, we have liver, we have stomach, we have pancreas, small intestine, large intestine, as well as anus. These are the different organs which is present in a digestive system. So these nutrition, whatever I told you, the process of nutrition, it mainly take place through alimentary canal. What are alimentary canal? What do you mean by alimentary canal? It's a very long narrow tube. It starts from mouth to anus. Got it? So what happened once the complex food, once we consume that, it get converted into smaller one first by crushing by teeth. The teeth will crush the food first. Later what happen? These salivary glands which is present in the mouth, it produce an enzyme salivary amylase. It will convert the starch into sugar. It will convert starch into sugar. Very important this is. Please understand properly. Saliva contain the enzyme salivary amylase which convert starch into sugar. Got it? So this salivary amylase, what it will do? It will break down starch which is complex molecule into sugar. So you know that the canal lining, the alimentary canal is very soft, so food made with wet to make the passage very smooth, right? So once the canal lining is soft, so food is made with to make passage smooth. The alimentary canal is a different parts, right? Food has to be forwarded, and this movement of the food is called peristaltic movement. So here rhythmic contraction of the muscles which take place here. That particular organ is called esophagus. It is helpful to push the food towards the stomach. So it's a passage. Got it? So what happened later? The muscle wall of the stomach, it mixes the food with more digestive juices. So it mixes the food with more digestive juices secreted by the gastric glands which present in the wall of the stomach. So let us discuss now what are the different gastric juices which is present here. So that is, we can see hydrochloric acid, the first one, the hydrochloric acid which is present here, and we have a protein digesting enzyme, that is what we call as pepsin. Got it? This pepsin, that is also very important, and also it will secrete mucus. These are the different juices which is produced by the stomach walls. So enzyme pepsin, what it will do, it acts on the food, and the hydrochloric acid facilitate the action of pepsin. So the mucus protect the inner lining of the stomach. That is the major function of mucus. It will protect the inner lining of the stomach from the action of under normal condition. From the action of acid under normal condition. From stomach, acid food entered to the small intestine. So I hope you got it. So the gastric gland produce gastric juices which contain enzymes. What are the enzymes it contain? Pepsin, hydrochloric acid as well as mucus. This pepsin, it will break down proteins. Hydrochloric acid, it makes the medium very acidic and help the action of pepsin, and mucus, it protect the wall of the stomach from the action of the acid. Then the food what happen, it passes into the small intestine. So it's very important to understand what are the process which is taken place in our stomach to digest the food. Now let us move on to the next slide. Now let us discuss about how this digestion which has taken place in a small intestine. So very important thing we have to understand before that. So in the upper part of the small intestine, that is what we call as duodenum. So here what happened, the food is mixed with a bile from liver and pancreatic juice from the pancreas. We need to understand about this bile, right? So bile, which is mainly secreted by liver, where it will secrete is mainly secreted by the liver. It make acidic food into alkaline food and acts on the large globules of the fat into smaller globules, so that the enzyme can act easily. That is a major function of bile, and which is followed by pancreatic juice. So pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. It contain enzymes. It contain different enzymes, that is trypsin. So trypsin to break digested protein, and lipase, another enzyme lipase, it will break the fat. That is the major function of this. So I hope you got it. It has bile as well as pancreatic juice. It is mainly produced by liver as well as pancreas. That is the major function of this. So you know that the small intestine, from the stomach, acid from the enter to small intestine, it is the longest part of the alimentary canal. It is mainly controlled by the sphincter muscles. So here what happened? The glands of the small intestine produce intestinal juices. The enzymes of intestinal juices convert carbohydrate into glucose. Whatever the food we will consume, these juices, it is helpful to convert the carbohydrate into glucose. Got it? The carbohydrate into glucose, fat into fatty acid, and glycerol and protein into amino acid. I hope you got it, how the food get converted by using different juices. So and also we have the wall of the small intestine is several finger like projection. So these are called villi. We have a digestion is completed, but it has to be absorbed through our body, right? So there is a particular finger like projection called villi, which is having a blood vessels. It is helpful to increase the absorption of the digested food, right? Then only get different nutrients in our body. So that's why it is very important to digest the food inside the body. So once digestion is completed through stomach as well as small intestine, so later what happen, it is get absorbed by these villi. Later what happen, digested food is absorbed by the blood and transported to the cell in the body. So what about the undigested food then? So these undigested food, it is get eliminated from the body. Undigested food passes into the large intestine. You can see. So this is the large intestine. This is the large intestine. Undigested food eliminated here. This is small intestine. So water is absorbed here. Large intestine. What are the process will take place here? Water is absorbed and waste material is removed through the anus. I hope you got it. This is the process of digestion which take place in a human body. Till now we discussed about how digestion which has taken place in our body. I have a special animated video for you. Have a look at this. You will understand how the food enter into different parts of our body. See how food entered to the small intestine from the stomach. It is going inside and the different juices or the enzyme it is helpful to digest those food substances into simpler form, the complex food into simpler form. These are the villi. It is helpful to absorb the food and later undigested food which is get eliminated from the large intestine. I hope you got it how digestion which has taken place in our body. Till now, we discussed about how digestion which take place in amoeba as well as human beings. In our next class, I will explain you how respiration which has take place in our body. It is quite interesting topic. Please do watch my next video. Don't forget to watch. I hope you got it, whatever I explained today. Thank you so much for watching my video till now. Please do watch, like and share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.